Hello. Welcome to Painting with Whiskey and Women. I am Crysta coming to you from the new studio in Barry, Texas. Real quick, not going to do a big introduction. Sue's got stuff she wants to show you, and she's got it on a time schedule. So, Sue, take over, girl.
Hey guys, we're so glad to be back, and we've got a lot of fun projects for you today. First, I'll tell you about me. My name is Sue. I am the owner of Milo and Picasso, coming to you from the studio today here in Sevierville, Tennessee, inside Flea Trader's Paradise. If you ever want to stop by, we're having one heck of a sale on Dixie Belle chalk paint products, 25% all products. If you spend $150, I'll give you 40% off. Today, I'm going to work on some ornaments, and I didn't come up with this idea. I have to admit, all the kudos go to Brandy with Brush by Brandy. She's always been a big influencer to me in my painting career, and love the girl. So this is a lot of fun. I did figure out a little trick that I really debated on sharing with y'all today, but Crysta said, you better tell them. So I am using my Prima Redesign molds. That's what I have on here right now. And instead of using wood glue to put it on, I'm using stick fast glue. This is a woodworker's glue that you put the glue on, you spray it with the primer, and you have instant bond. And I'm telling you, it will glue your fingers together. It's like super glue, but even faster. So it gives you a nice tight bond. You don't hardly see any cracks or anything when I put this on there. And of course, you're going to do it while it's still soft. I use the Alumilite quick set resin. Here I've gone ahead and painted it honky tonk red. That's a Dixie Belle color. And so we're going to go on and do a little bit of, I think, glazing and maybe some gilding wax, maybe a little pink couture stardust. So I'm going to go ahead and try. Here's a new mold I got today, by the way. Got this at Hobby Lobby in the candy making section, 40% off of $2.99. So we're going to go ahead and put a truck on an ornament. Back to you, Crysta.
Oh, I'm laughing because ever since she came back from what we call Hobby Lobby, the mothership. So after she came back from the mothership today, she's showing me all these molds. And where I live right now, the closest Hobby Lobby is about 45 minutes away, 45 minutes away. And I was like,
Yeah.
man, I can't make it to the mothership and back. Maybe I should just run there and do my live from the mothership so I can be looking at molds because I won't make it back in time. And she has been dying to get that truck poured. She's looking for a reason to use that truck. It's amazing.
Yeah. Will
So
somebody
yeah,
want a truck ornament? Who
yeah.
knows?
So she's been like, when you have no idea how excited she is to get that truck demolded, because she has been trying. So she's all over the place. She wants to get that done. So real quick, Delania is on. She says, "Hey ladies."
Hey,
Hey,
girl.
Anne from Indiana is on. Nicole is on. She says, Sarah Pooh said hi, you guys. She loves y'all. And tell Sarah Pooh we said hi. And give the baby kisses for me. Give my little wiggle butt some love. Anne says, you look really pretty today, Sue. And
Aw.
yeah. So I had been kind of going nuts with this thing, not like doing stuff to it, but trying to figure out what to do. Sue and I were talking, and somebody can come to me with like a picture and be like, this is my bathroom and this is what I want. And I can be like, boom, that's it. And I can paint the piece, and it's instantaneous. It's like, I know exactly what to do. Now it's like my own forever house. And I'm kind of like, well, how many ideas have I gone through with you this morning, Sue? Like 12, 13?
Oh, yeah.
First of all, it was just to dry brush some glaze over top of this color. And we talked about the tacks. And then we were discussing molds. So I started pulling molds out. Then we started talking about the different molds. And I might need to go to the mothership to get the mold that I want. Then we talked about using the graining tool to make this color underneath of the grain to make it look like wood on top, but with this color as the grain. We should I use a stencil and like do a glaze stencil over the top on the so what this step that we're going to do today that I've decided this is what we're going to do is molds as well. Why are you laughing at me, Sue? You act like it's a thing.
Oh, it's so true, though. We can pick something out in a second for somebody else.
Yeah. So I guess my tip in there for you guys is that when you're doing something for yourself and you're not really sure and you're kind of going, I don't know, maybe it's okay. We're professionals and we do it too. So don't be too hard on yourself
Call a
because
friend.
phone a friend. It's like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Phone a friend. And so guys, I need to make somebody an apology because I really messed up yesterday. I really, really messed up yesterday. I forgot Anne's birthday. Anne from Indiana's birthday was yesterday. And I did end up calling her late last night. But yeah, we're just kind of going on stuff and I was busy all day. And yeah, so happy birthday, Anne. And
Happy birthday.
I'm sorry that I suck as a friend and missed your birthday the way that I did because I feel really guilty about that. Yeah, I do. I feel bad. But back to this. I decided this is a Prima mold as well. And you see these two up here? And I looked in my graveyard and I happen to have 4 sets of them. I got 4 rights and 4 lefts. And so I am going to put those in the middle here. And then before Tuesday, I will give it another coat of the Venice color, which is this Miss Lillian's color. And then I will gild these on my Miss Lillian's live on Tuesday. And then by then, hopefully, I will have decided what I'm going to do with the top and what gilding I'm going to use or what glaze I'm going to use or figure out what else I'm doing.
I know the possibilities are just endless with that thing.
And my brain is going just like 100 miles an hour, going like, I want to do this. No, let's do this. Well, it would be cool if I did this. Well, what if I did this? Well, hold on. Why can't we combine the two? And I mean, it's just, and also I'm back in my studio the first time in Tuesday was the first video I did in almost 2 months. And
yeah, it's a while.
And as I'm putting the studio together and I'm unpacking boxes, I'm finding cool stuff I forgot that I had and I want to play with it. What? Why are you laughing?
I didn't even move and pack and I still find stuff I forgot I had.
Yeah, but like stuff we got from Pinners or stuff a company sent me to try. And maybe I tried it, but I didn't like it for the project I was doing. So I set it off to the side, or it got buried behind stuff, or I stuck it in a cabinet thinking I'll get back to it. Well, I found all that stuff. And it's like, uh-oh. So I'm using Tile Bond original wood glue. So I'm just going to glue them on. Let's see. Let me get comments.
That's what I'm digging about my new finding here with this stick fast.
Uh-huh.
I don't have to tape it down, wait for it to dry. It's not lifting off there, and I'm painting already. This stuff is magic.
Yeah, and Sue and I were talking, and I had stuff here that she would like to have used today, and then she's telling me that, she's got this new glue, and I'm like, I need that, but I don't have time to go to the mothership to get it. And so, yeah, Sue has like what I need in Tennessee, and then I have what Sue needs here in Texas.
Yeah.
And so it's like,
well, this is a specialty glue. I don't even think they have it at the mothership. I'll put a link on here when we're done of the products that we use today and where to get them, because I think I ordered this on Amazon. It's like $15 for the glue. It comes in different, I think it comes in medium and strong. I got medium. And then the activator is also $15, but it lasts forever. It's a good investment. You can fix broken antique furniture with it and have instant bond.
And so I got ookies coming out, so I'm trying to get my ookies. Yeah. Yeah, I'm actually thinking about maybe doing 2 sets of these molds and then ordering that stuff and then doing the rest. Because this is, I mean, I've just got glue dripping. And this is what I hate about using wood glue. Is that when you put it on, you got to kind of clean up the edge so it doesn't look bleh.
Yeah. Now that's the only downside to this product. If it drips, you're stuck with it.
Well,
You
it's
don't
good
have
to know.
time to wipe it back with a wet brush or anything. It hardens right away.
That's good to know.
So I got a pro tip for you.
Don't mess up.
These are, the no shatter plastic balls, which I might add, I looked everywhere for them. They were sold out in Knoxville. So I went to the mothership and I found 4 balls today. Well, as I was preparing to do this today, I was trying to speed up my drying and I pulled out my heat gun.
Uh-oh.
Do not dry your balls with a heat gun. They will shrivel up into raisins.
That is a great tip. Thank you so much. I will be sure to pass on that people should not try their balls with a heat gun because they'll shrivel up like crazy.
Yeah, how hard it was to say that without cracking up. Sarah, I'm talking about Christmas ornaments, okay, honey?
Oh my god. Oh my god, I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dying. Get it together, Crysta. Oh, I'm okay. I'm
What people
fine.
don't realize, what they see on here is the PG version of Crysta and Sue.
Oh god. Delaney says, "Do not dry your balls with a heat gun." I'm running to tell Glenn now. Delaney said that she found stuff packing too, so she understands what I'm going through. Yeah, there's just so much stuff. It's like there's so much stuff. Oh my god, there's so much stuff. Anne says, "Wow, thanks, Sue. Good to know on Christmas stuff."
Yeah, these are fun. And y'all probably saw this little guy. For those of you who make stuff to sell, every time I make one of these, it sells. I can't get a stock of them. This is the only one I have right now. I'll make another one. This one will sell tomorrow. And usually sell within an hour of putting them on the floor. And then I put a little chalkboard there so you can just change the number. Kids love these.
Here we go. So Sue was actually painting one, and a customer walked by and asked about it, and she had to finish up hurrying up painting it because the guy bought it as soon as she was done painting it. And so she started on another one, and that one sold. And she got one done, put it on the floor, was painting another one, and the one on the floor sold. And yeah.
Yeah. Now, had I known that a couple weeks ago, I'd have got on them. Because, after this week, they probably won't sell.
Well, it's like my patina skulls were selling all the time, and you didn't think that, at I bought those at Halloween for
Yeah,
samples, and they were selling like hotcakes, and then you don't really know what's going to sell from year to year. You really don't.
and that's a fact because I copied your idea. I don't remember what it was. A skull head, the sugar skull head, and I
Uh-huh.
put it right in front of my booth, and it sold. I was like, well, hot dang.
So now, are you gonna include in the care card on your Christmas balls not to eat them with heat guns?
Yeah. Well, they'll already be dry, so I don't think that'll be a. But I don't
You're not
know. You never
anticipating
know.
an issue.
You never know what people do with their balls.
She's killing me. Sue, Stacy said, Sue, I use it all the time. It works best with CA glue. It's a little bit stinky but holds immediately. I use wood glue, and then on the edge of the seal, I use a CA glue and activator to do the instant hold, and then it gives the wood glue time to cure. Delaney says she loves it.
Oh. Well, when I was turned on to it, a friend of mine actually gave me the first bottle. I was under the assumption it was just for wood, so that's all I ever used it for, and it sat on the counter. And I one day last week said I need to try it on these because I need something that's going to hold these firm while they're still pliable.
Well, that's the way it is with all the good stuff. They give you the first bottle free.
Yeah, and then they rope you in to buy more and more.
Yeah.
I know.
First taste is always free.
Well, I'm challenging myself right now trying to get this mermaid on here and not glue my fingers to it. This could make for an interesting production today.
Oh yeah. Oh, you mean like it hasn't been so far?
Oh no, we're just getting warmed up. Stay tuned.
Yeah, I'm usually more awake. I actually slept last night, and I didn't want to get moving this morning, and so it's a new time for whiskey and women. So, usually it was 6 o'clock at night, and so I had all. I'm like an old Buick. I have to kind of sit and idle for a little bit before I can get going. And so yeah, I didn't have enough idle time this morning, but apparently Sue did. Sue's raring to go.
Well, Sue's always raring to go.
Oh, here we go.
This is all coming from the woman that doesn't sleep and is usually up at 5 a.m.
Oh, I didn't say that I wasn't awake. I'm just not ready to do stuff. Yeah, I mean,
Well,
I'm. So there we go. That's where I want it.
yeah. See, this is what I was talking about when I sprayed it. I got drips.
Oh.
So I can always cover that with something else, I guess, or I could texture it.
Yeah. Texturing on it would be beautiful. Especially if you use the Stardust or something like that as a gilt. It would get those highlights and give it
Yeah,
like,
get the high points with it.
yeah.
You're so smart.
I'm awake. No, I'm not. So, you tell people at home stuff that's been going on. Everyone knows we moved into a new house and we're getting involved in the community down here. We are involved with the volunteer fire department here. And so yesterday I went to a meeting, and then Sunday I'm going to the firehouse to make the desserts, and then Tuesday is the Christmas party for the fire department. So I'm going down there Tuesday during the day to help cook. I'll come home, do my Miss Lillian's video, then go back out there for the meeting and the dinner. Yeah, it we busy.
I bet you didn't wear your pinup dress, did you?
I did not wear my pinup dress, and I'm glad I didn't because it was chilly in there.
You look like such a fool. I loved it.
So the thing behind my pinup dress is that I love rockabilly clothes, and y'all normally see me in, my painting gear like this. Y'all don't really see me how I dress when we go out, and I dress very rockabilly. And so part of rockabilly is I love the 1950s housewife dresses and stuff like that. And so I have this one, and it's black, and it's got red polka dots, and it's got the flare out skirt that you wear with the crinoline underneath. And Sue's like, "Oh, so you're gonna go out there and join the housewives?" And so she was picking on me, and she says, "I dare you to wear your pinup dress, one of your pinup dresses, out there with your hair all done, walk in with an apron on." And because we were supposed to make cookies, is what I thought, but it was the planning meeting. I thought when I went, I thought it was actually to make the cookies and the desserts, and it was just the planning meeting. So Sue was like, "Yeah, you need to wear your pinup dress," and yeah, I didn't. I took aprons with me, but I didn't. I didn't wear my pinup dress.
I
It was
could just
chilly
see
and
you walking in the door. I'm here with your back aprons.
looking like a Stepford wife. She basically wanted me to look like a Stepford wife walking into the volunteer fire department to make cookies. Yeah. So,
Guys,
and so,
she is really in the country.
oh, well, considering I found out that I can buy my eggs, my fresh chicken, and whole milk, the unprocessed milk from one of the people at the meeting, that they sell chickens and eggs, and when they said that when the hens stop laying, they get sent to the spa, which is to be processed. And so I can, yeah. And then when they're cows, they will process the cows, and so I can actually get my beef from them, but they don't do that very often. But they gave me the number to somebody that I can get fresh beef, like right from the farm. Yeah, I did that. And then I was like, well, we need to get some gravel for our driveway. Oh, the assistant fire marshal here, he drives the dump truck for the gravel company. Here's his number. You can just give him a. So, yeah, it was amazing. It was like I got everything I needed to get done right there at the fire station yesterday. Um, one
Did you
lady gave.
share who the guy that runs the water department is? The
No,
guy that came to turn the
I
water
don't even
on?
think. Okay, I don't even think we've told that story. I think I was like, we'll do it later. So, okay,
Okay.
one day I came down to Barry and for the final inspection on the house, and I thought to myself, I'm going to be smart about this. I'm going to go down to Barry City Hall, and I'm going to find out, where to get who does the electric here, who does water, how do I get my trash done, what about mail? I was going to get it all done, right? Well, I show up, and Barry City Hall is about the size of a tool shed. Like, it's not big enough to put a riding lawnmower in. Um, and hold on, I'm gonna see if I can pull up on my tablet in my pictures, um, a picture of the city hall here. Where's my pictures? There's my, no, that's my camera. Don't want my camera on my iPad. I want my photos. I took a picture because it was raining the day that I came down, and it was so I took a picture through the front windshield, and I sent it to my husband, and he's like, "You're kidding me, right?" And I'm like, "Nope, nope." That is Barry City Hall through the front windshield of my truck. That's Barry City
I
Hall.
think City Hall's bigger than the post office.
No, the post office is bigger, not by much, but it is bigger. And so it took me quite a while to get the information to get. I mean, I was calling numbers and nobody would answer, and then I get a hold of somebody and they tell me to call somebody else. And one person told me that I had to call Corsicana, which is that way, to get on their B&B water, and then they told me no, I had to get on Blooming Grove water. And then somebody told me no, well, Barry does have their own water department, that you need to call this number. So I did that. Well, anyway, I started this like 3 weeks before we took possession of the house, trying to figure out who I needed to call for everybody, internet, everything. And finally, after we were in the house about 3 days, 4 days, I finally got a hold of somebody, and he says, "Well, don't worry, we won't cut your water off, and I'll come by on Friday." It's like Wednesday or something like that. Yeah, it was the day we moved in. I got a hold of him, and he said he was going to come out Friday to do with the paperwork, and not to worry, they wouldn't cut our water off or anything. And the guy shows up, and he's talking to us. Really, really nice man. I mean, just awesome guy. And he invites us to a city council meeting. And so Shorty and I went to the city council meeting. And when we went to the city council meeting, we found out that the man that runs the water department and was in our house is also the mayor.
Oh,
But they
that
don't.
tickles me.
Yeah, Delaney says, but they don't take credit cards. They don't. We had to write them a check. Like I can't make a payment by phone. I can't pay with a credit card. I can. They've got a drop box down at the city hall that I can put an envelope in with my check. That's the way they do it, which is fine. It's awesome. It's just it was like So
I think
yeah.
it's great.
Oh, should I tell them the saga of the Barry post office?
I don't remember that one. What was that about? Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay. So Barry post office, because I kept asking our realtor, how do we get mail? Because I don't see mailboxes at the end of our dirt road, Yeah, I live down a long dirt road now. Yay! Love it. And she's like, oh, you have to go to the post office. So I went down to Perry post office, and it was closed. And I was like, what? Because I went down there the same day I went to the city hall, and nobody was at city hall. They don't keep hours down there. I have no idea why there's a building for city hall. And so it was closed, and I'm like, why are they closed? It's like 1 p.m. Well, I started looking at the hours of operation. I had to get a post office box. It's the only way that they deliver mail here. Now, UPS, FedEx, Amazon will deliver to the house, but anything that gets mailed, United States Postal Service, has to go through this post office, right? So I have to go down to the post office to get my mail. Our post office is only open 4 days a week. They're open Monday through Thursday. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday from 8 a.m. till noon. That's it. You got 4 hours a day to get your mail. Now you got a key, you can go in and you can get, your mail that way. But if you need to like a big package or something like that, yeah, you've got 4 hours, 4 days a week to get it. So if you guys ever want to send me anything bigger than a postcard that's going to go in my box, I will send you my shipping address for FedEx or UPS. I don't want to fight them, 8 to noon, 4 days a week. So, Kat White is on, and Kath in Australia is on. So, hey
Hey,
guys.
Kat.
Kat says that she had to turn the sound down so she can watch during a Skype meeting.
Oh, wow.
Well, I'm wondering how impressed I am that she turned us down, because she would have been in big trouble had she had it up earlier.
Yeah, they would have had different opinion of you, Kat. What kind of people does she associate with?
Either that or one of the guys on the Skype meeting would have been, so that's why they shriveled up like raisins.
Lay off the heat gun, man.
Hey, lay off the heat gun.
All right. What do you think? Should I put some glaze on there or should I go right in with the gilding?
What color glaze?
I pulled Miss Lillian's. Oh, shoot. No, I pulled chalk paint. I didn't pull glaze.
Well, I
Hang
guess you're
on, I'll
going
get
right in
some.
with gilding.
Yeah, I can always, yeah, wait a minute. I think we need gilding. Or, glaze. There, where I put my glaze. And I'm in my shop.
Good thing you're at your shop.
I'm going to pull a charcoal paint, not glaze. Well, fudgicles. You know what I do though? I do have.
Huh.
Crysta can't look. Everybody else can look.
Did you still?
Sorcerer.
Oh, that's the color shift, isn't it? The super shifters. The
Yeah.
one you stole from me.
The one I stole. But I don't steal. Tell
No,
the truth,
it was a
Crysta.
gift. It was a gifted steal. Actually, when I ordered my set and it was delivered, there was a copy of Sorcerer, so I accidentally got two Sorcerers in, and so she's like, "I'm stealing that," and I went, "Okay," because so she didn't leave me without. So it was a gifted steal, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Nutmeg, Miss Lillian's glaze.
Uh huh. I think the nutmeg, or yeah, I think the nutmeg would look nice because the nutmeg is really warm. Up against that red would really be nice.
Okay. Done deal. And
Uh,
normally I would clear coat first, but I'm going in on it. Just doing it.
I'm going in. Stacy says, "Have either of these ladies on speakerphone at your own risk."
Yeah, right. That's funny because when Krista's talking to me on speakerphone and she's in the store, she's like, now watch what you say. You're on speakerphone.
Like I actually answer the phone and say, "Hey Sue, you're on speaker. Be nice." I do flat out. Sue, you're on speaker.
Yeah,
Be nice.
that's true. That is true.
I let her know right from the beginning. You're on speaker. And if it's really like, hey, I'm with the family or whatever, like if I'm in a place that she really needs, hey, I'm at such and such, I'm doing this, you're on speaker, be nice.
Yeah, I've heard that many a times. I don't know why. I never say anything bad.
Do I need to rewind the tape till earlier, like maybe 15 minutes ago? You're awfully quiet now. Oh, she quiet now. Uh huh.
Oh, I'm just thinking.
I know.
Look out.
Mm-hmm. You mess is what you are. Kat said, guys, 4:30 a.m. Friday here now, and a friend goes into surgery at 2:45. Well, we will definitely be thinking about them and send them the best, Kath. So Kath has a friend that's going in for surgery this afternoon.
We'll be thinking of her or him, whoever the friend is.
Eek. The only thing I don't like playing with glue, and sometimes it's satisfying, but after it dries on your finger, it looks like you're peeling off layers of your own skin.
It annoys me being on my skin.
Oh, yeah, I've got one more to do, but I'm still trying to get the layers. Oh, Kath says at our time, um, goes into surgery at 2:45. So give me a second. It's 11:34 Central. It is 12:34 Eastern. So it depends upon where they are in the country. Like Sue is in Eastern, so it's 12:30 Sue's time. It's 11:30 my time.
We're
So
sending the good vibes.
yeah, but she said it was 2:45, our time in the United States, but the United States has four time zones. So if they're in California, it would be like 10:30. So it depends upon where they are, Kath.
She's a sweetheart, that cat.
Yeah, Kath. She said she's in Texas. Okay. So yeah, it's like 11:30 here. So they've got like 3 hours, 2.5, 3 hours before they go in for surgery. And Stacy said, Sue, your hair and makeup look so pretty. You look extra beautiful today.
I love you. The check is in the mail.
And I'm thinking Sue has gotten like 3 compliments on her looks today, and I ain't gotten one. So, well, one, I ain't put on makeup and I threw my hair up in a bun. But, um,
Maybe I better put makeup on more often.
no, and I'm just thinking to myself, like I told you guys earlier in the video, I'm awake. I'm just not ready to do stuff. And this is the first time we've done this morning video. And that's why I normally do my videos either at night or, at least early afternoon, if not late afternoon or night, because I know I'm going to be up and moving. We had a cold front come through here in Texas. And with all the moving, stress, everything that has been going on, it finally caught up to me with this cold front that came through. And I woke up this morning and mentally I'm great, but my legs today are just like, you know what? I'm not doing it today. And so I moved my stool, my tall stool in so I could work on this. So I'm just happy to be with you guys. But no, Sue does look amazing today. And I told her that when I saw her this.
Guys.
Cass said, Sue, have you colored your hair?
No. It's been a few weeks. And ironically, my daughter-in-law does all my hair color. She got me, I think it's a Redken Salon shampoo and conditioner. And every time I use it, people are like, did you lighten your hair? So it's like doing something to my hair color.
Well, also, recently, and even when you were at the other house before you moved, and the couple of lives that we did when you were at your son's house, your lighting is really dark, and your lighting where you are right now is really, really good. So I also think it has to do with your lighting.
Oh, yeah, probably. Yeah.
Because when
Yeah,
you were like,
you could land an airplane in this booth.
oh, yeah. But no, Sue does look amazing.
Guess I better go shopping for a man.
Ah.
Or
Didn't
maybe
they
not.
say that dating after 40 is like picking out the least smelly, least broken thing out of Salvation Army? Oh, did that one hit home, Sue? Because you're laughing way too hard.
Oh, man. I did something the other day. I didn't tell you about this. I went on and I stalked my ex on Facebook just to see what he looked like and what he'd been up to.
Uh-huh.
I'm like, God, I made the right decision. There's like
Yeah.
no soul left in the eyes. It just
Yeah. I have, I've got some mutual friends with exes. Like, I'm not friends with my exes, but I've got mutual friends. And every once in a while, a picture will pop up with like one of my ex boyfriends from like high school, from like 40 years ago, you know, and or 30 years ago, whatever, 35 years ago. And I'm like, is that? Oh, I dodged a bullet on that one. Oh,
right.
God, I dodged a
Oh,
bullet.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
Delaney and Kath are looking at me. Stacy says, Crysta, you look extra today. Always pretty. But yeah, there is a running joke between me and Stacy and Sue about who is the bougie friend. And Stacy held the title of bougie friend for what, about a week? No, about 2 weeks. She had she did something very bougie, and then when we moved into the house here, I found out that my oven is Wi-Fi enabled, which means that I could be like at the store, use the app, and turn my oven on and off, so I can like get something at the store and preheat my oven. And so when I come home, I could be sitting in the living room and turn my and yeah, and it's got a camera in there, so you can like check to see if it's cooked. And so that, and then so I became the bougie extra friend. So I'm the bougie friend now.
Are you sure you can't see what's in your refrigerator, though?
Well, I haven't hooked up the Wi-Fi to the refrigerator, and my when I didn't know that the refrigerator that I bought for the house is Wi-Fi enabled, and I haven't figured out how to hook up the Wi-Fi yet.
No,
It
tell them why you bought that refrigerator. Stacy, help me out here. What
Why
was
I
it that
bought
that refrigerator did that was a must-have?
it make crap. It has three kinds of ice. It has the regular ice, and it makes the good ice on its own. You know, it makes the good ice, and then you've got the little thing in it to crush the ice, and then it's got a setting that I can make craft ice. And craft ice was the reason I bought the refrigerator. I didn't know it had Wi-Fi, but it made craft ice. So those of you that don't know what craft ice is, if you've ever seen people in a bar drinking whiskey and they have the perfectly round ice, like the ice, we're going to talk about balls again, ice balls, it, you know, um that's craft ice. And so this refrigerator, instead of having to go and like fill something that, you know, and then you gotta cram it, this one makes it in the fridge. So that's why I bought this fridge, was because it makes the craft ice.
Have you figured out to make the crap?
I haven't figured out how to make the
Stacy and I
craft.
were talking. We were like, you know, if that made Skullhead ice,
Oh my
they'd
god.
sell it right away.
Yeah. So Delaney said that that's her fridge. But Delaney says that, oh hell, she'd buy it for that too, for the craft ice. Well, for the good ice, the crushed ice, or the craft ice, because mine makes all three. And well, I mean, we're always talk openly on here. The house that we lived in was absolutely amazing when we first moved in. But the owner of the house, we were renting, the owner of the house wanted to fix nothing. Sue, oh, Sue, that's so cute.
I'm going to put rust on that car, I decided, after I give it a second job, paint
Yes.
job.
Or could you tape it off and do patina? Patina the truck?
It'd probably be easier to control if I use the patina paint and the Southern Rust kit.
Yeah.
This will
So,
probably be the first one to sell here in Tennessee.
yeah, with the truck.
Yeah.
Delaney says that she can watch TV on her fridge, see inside, but doesn't make ball ice. Now, I don't have a TV. I can't watch TV on my fridge, but I can make the craft ice. Stacy says I need the camera for the oven just to make sure I didn't have pans stored in there.
Hey, right? How many of us have done that?
I'm guilty.
Oh, you did that?
Did Milo? Milo did that too?
Yeah, Milo's chiming in. He left pans in the oven.
Okay. So what I was saying is that the house that we lived in Garland was beautiful when we first moved in, but the owners didn't want to fix anything. And we had a storm come through, and the little spinny, you know, the AC, the attic hood or whatever got blown off by a storm, and he never replaced it. And so when it rained really badly, you know, the roof would water would come into that, and then it eventually went into the walls, and now it's like every time it rains a little bit, it's raining, you know, it's leaking in the house. We told him that the line for the ice maker was leaking, and he wouldn't fix it. And it actually bubbled up the floor in the kitchen, and so we'd been living there for about 2 years without ice. And I know that sounds petty, but when you were paying as much as we were for this house, you know, little things like the roof not leaking and having ice and having a door that locks is, you know, the heat in the AC went out. We'd already told him that we were moving out, and the heat in the AC unit went out in the house, and he didn't fix it. We lived there for about a month and a half, 2 months with no heat and AC, because he wouldn't fix it. So for me to get so excited, I know somebody out there is going, it's just ice, Crysta. But when you've been without, you know, water in the door, and I know it's a first world problem, I get it. But it was one of those little things like, I can't wait to live in a house that's got heat and AC again. I can't wait to live in a house that I can just walk up and get ice, a glass, put it in there, get ice and water right in the door, and it's going to be cold. And, that kind of stuff. It was just, it was a big thing for us.
It wasn't asking much for what you paid there.
No, no. For what we paid for that house, we should have had no issues with anything working in that house. And like I said, we were there 6.5 years. And over time, it was one thing would break. A storm came in and blew the fence panel. So we had to put that back up and we had to fix it. We went down to Home Depot and put the fence panel up because we didn't want our dogs running everywhere to get out the fence. It was just anything that broke in the house. And it's not like he was like an older gentleman that, maybe couldn't do it. He ran a contracting company. He was just didn't want to come do it. So, and Delaney says, you ain't wrong. It's the little things. And so, yeah, it is the little things. And I was so excited to get ice, just to get ice. And then I was looking at refrigerators and this one makes the craft ice. And I'm like, that's mine. Story of my ice maker.
Yeah, but you got to understand, for Crysta to pick out refrigerators, like going to buy a new car.
I did. I had spreadsheets with specs and I was
Pretty much.
Yeah,
You had pictures to show the girl on your phone and everything. You got to have this, this, and this. What you got?
Yeah. Yep. Delaney said that that's the way the people in this town are. She says she'll never rent here. And
Wow.
so I feel bad. I mean, because he did not fix anything, there was carpet in one of the rooms that is just moldy. There's mold in the walls. He's got to replace the heating and AC unit. He's going to have to replace the floor in the kitchen. And so he's going to have to, instead of fixing it while it was a little problem, now he's probably going to have to replace the ceiling in a couple of rooms. He's going to have to replace walls. He's going to have to, because it's to the point where you just can't cover it with paint and it's going to be okay. And so, but that's his problem, not mine. I'm out. We're good.
Hey, it all worked out great, didn't it?
Yeah, it did. But, it really stressed me and Shorty out, the way that we were forced to live there, because that's not the way we live. And so it really affected us mentally. I know it affected us physically because of the mold and stuff. And so we're so much, if you want to know why we're so ecstatic and we're so happy and we're so over the top about getting into this place, now you know why. Because the place we were living in, we were just waiting for something to happen. We're just waiting.
Yeah.
So. All right, Sue, well, I've got everything on, and I'm just going around and wiping ookies as I see them dripping down. Basically like wiping a 3-year-old's nose,
So where's your thoughts on that piece as you stand now? Because I know as we go, we change our minds.
I'm thinking, okay, so you're going to kill me. No, you're not. Because now with this on there, I think I'm going to go ahead and do another coat of the Venice over all of it, over the wings and everything. And then I'm kind of thinking like a multicolor metallic top. And
yeah, because you're only going to see it a little bit when it's tucked under that vanity bar.
Right.
So it'll be a nice little surprise.
And I was thinking maybe some purple to bring in the piece that you did, using a really vibrant purple. And this turquoise and maybe some of like the metallic browns and like a hodgepodge on the top. And then gilding over where the molds are, but then also doing some dry brush of some metallic glazes around the bottom. That's what's in my head at this moment, but it's subject to change.
Okay, so I got her on video.
Uh-oh. Saying what?
Your plan for today. This goes to show how much we pivot.
Oh, yeah, originally it was just going to be this color and I was going to be done. And then it was this color and we were going to do maybe some glazing. And then it turned into, well, I need some molds. And then Sue said about the tacks. And I might put like 3 tacks on here and maybe a tack in the center, and I may add the tacks back in. I don't know. Well, first of all, I have to go get the tacks. So,
Oh, Hobby Lobby and their candy decorating, they have, like I did the studs on that Harley piece.
mm-hmm.
They have a mold like that for making like chocolate balls. Balls again. Anyhow,
I didn't say a word. I ain't say a word. I'm just sitting here.
my 12-year-old boy's coming out.
Right? Yeah, my 12-year-old boy giggled too. I just didn't say anything.
Oh,
All right, guys. So it is about that time. We're gonna go ahead and wrap it on up. Sue, are you done or?
yeah, I can't think what else. Yeah, they get the idea what we're doing today, and I'll post pictures when I'm done. I'm sure you will, and
Well,
I'll go
I'm
ahead
done.
and
I mean,
post.
when it's done. But this is just I just glued bones on.
We'll have to go back in and post what products we used today, in case anybody picks up off of this.
Well, your list is gonna be. Oh, Delaney says, "Oh, I'm laughing her butt off out loud at us." Um.
So, lady, I'm gonna cry my makeup off.
So anyway, woman. We will come back. I will be on the Miss Lily. I am Crysta from Litter to Glitter. I am now out of Barry, Texas. I will be back on the Miss Lillian's page on Tuesday at 5 Eastern, 4 Central. We are doing our Whiskey and Women right now until Sue gets a better space that we can move it back to the evenings. It'll be on Thursdays at noon Eastern, 11 my time. So y'all might even see me in my PJs because there are some mornings I just don't get moving until the afternoon.
It don't matter.
It don't matter. Nope, it don't matter. So just letting you know. So guys, we love you much. Sue, tell them what you about when we get out of here.
Sue with Milo and Picasso, located here in Sevierville, Tennessee, inside Flea Trader's Paradise. And goodbye. Thank you for joining us.
We love you guys. See ya.